imaginary line going down the side of her body. Okay, and I forgot to mention that, but we line it up with the front of the ankle, or just close to the ankle, this imaginary line right here, and it gives us an idea where we should be on that line. Most importantly, typically that line, the ear should line up with that line, the center of the shoulder should line up with that line, the center of the pelvis should be here, and just slightly center to the patella region, and like I said, down to the ankle. So that tilt we were looking at was off of that axis. So now we're looking at the head position. I usually look at basically the opening in the ear opening, and I look at that line and say, hey, how far is her head forward in front of that line, or how far posterior back is it from that line? And that gives us a clue as to what's happening with the muscles in the front of the neck or the back of the neck. The next position would be shoulders. I'm looking in that imaginary line. Are her shoulders in front of that line? Are they behind the line? And that gives us clues to, if they're in front of the line, typically we'll have a tightness in the front of the pecs, or we may have some rotation that's causing that. We'll know that from looking at the other side of the body. And once again, with the head, if it's in front of the body, typically you have a shortening of the muscle in the front of the neck. And if it's posterior, you've got some changes in suboccipital areas and different parts of the neck that we can discuss later. But let's keep it simple. Where's the head position? Front, back, shoulders, front, back. What's the position of her pelvis? Is it anterior? Is it posterior? Is it neutral? And where does that line lie on her knees? Is our knees in front?